This article caught my eye because I have experience with it. This is from an Axios article by Kendall Baker, who reports on electronic tickets taking over for sporting events. So it points out that tickets were once mementos that you collect like photographs and save in scrapbooks. Speaking of which, there's my Vikings ticket from years ago. That's Mike Tice, former Vikings head coach. Another Vikings ticket, and they're very nicely done, nicely designed. There's a Vikings Packers ticket, and it gets you excited. And the Twins do fantastic. I'm going to show you some Twins tickets. Look at that Champions Room, the beautiful Target Field. And it's, as a fan, that's the kind of thing that they used to do this with concerts too. So
I don't ever remember beautiful concert tickets.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, yeah. No, I collect my tickets, and there's a reason why. It's as the article points out, mementos. But now they've become just barcodes on our phone. They're convenient, but they don't give you much after the fact. They're not even there after the fact, right? You don't have that memento. The article cites there's a percentage of transactions on mobile versus desktop for Ticket Marketplace SeatGeek. So per the company's numbers, since 2012, 7% of the transactions were on mobile versus 93% on desktop. By 2019, those numbers had changed to 68% of transactions on mobile and 32% on desktop. So obviously, wow, the behavior is changing drastically. Ticketmaster is the primary initial seller of tickets. You redeem them through the Ticketmaster app. The article quotes Steve Rushin from Sports Illustrated, who says, there is no more guy in charge of tickets stuffing envelopes in a dining room because fans now share tickets with one another on their phones rather than rendezvous at the giant bat outside Old Yankee Stadium. To that, I say, au contraire, in theory anyway, but I went to nearly every Vikings home game this year. My friend distributes the tickets, but because the Ticketmaster app is so craptastic, it never worked. He could never transfer. It never worked when he tried to transfer a ticket to me, to my Ticketmaster app. So we'd meet outside the stadium next to the big Viking ship. So we could all gather and he could all scan us in on his phone because he couldn't transfer the tickets because the app sucked. Even then, when we get to line, we're waiting in line to go in, and there's all these scanners at the doors. The scanners rarely worked the first time,
really?
Or the second time, or the third time. Flipping through on the app, you'd often miss the ticket, so it took forever to get through to the stadium compared to when we had paper tickets. You just they scanned the paper ticket and you're done. And then we had really nice tickets, so we not only were scanned at the point of entry to the stadium, but then also when we got into the exclusive place too, they scanned us again. And those it took forever. It was ridiculous.
You were making sure you weren't interlopers.
Well, I mean, it's completely classism too, right? I mean, who if you don't have the Ticketmaster app, if you can't buy online, then you're kind of out of luck, right? Said nothing about the cost of the tickets.
This is only sports, or this is in general?
Well, I think it's in general for sporting events, but this is my experience with the Vikings in particular. But the article points out, so they've got your seat number. They sold your tickets. They've got your seat number. You've got the app, so they've got real-time data. And if you're using the app for transactions, then they've got wallet transactions. They got geolocation. And teams are creating personalized experiences and promotions for individual fans. And I actually had this experience too, because they will take photos of you while you're in your seat during the game, and then send you that photo after the game. So I've actually got pictures from this the system that they've got. But they also know which vendors you've gone to, when you got up in your seat and where you went, when you got back to your seat, and where you go after you leave the stadium, right? Because the app's always on your phone. So they're collecting a ton of data. These apps really are all about the data, and they don't really care if it takes forever to get into the stadium. If the experience of getting to the stadium is less than ideal, what they've got is the data. And data is the new oil, right?
Dystopian.